Okay.
Best NCAA moment is another question for us. I want to say when you told Christian that he broke him, but that's an NCAA regional.
Yeah, that's a regional.
It still kind of counts though.
I had two moments. I remember being in the stands when Marcelo was in the semifinals of NCAAs, and I still remember him taking his double leg, and what was it, Grippy, the guy who wrestled, had the whizzer in, and he had the leverage, and I just remember him like flexing every muscle in his body, and he had a lot of them. Yeah. And just picked him up and just dropped him, and I still remember the ref's hands going up for two, and I remember seeing your guys' faces. Like, it was just like, and he was the 1 seed, the other guy, and like, it was just like he totally willed it in the finals. And he'd already lost to him once that year, and it was just like, I still remember that double leg.
It was an overtime takedown, right?
It was an overtime, and
like, short time, and like he'd been ridden out or something. Like, it was kind of like had to do it.
You know, Marcelo did it twice that tournament. In the finals, he was dead to rights over on the side. It was like a lat drop or something. He had him bear hugged, and he like just totally muscled that freaking kid up on the edge of the mat and didn't get taken down to his back. I was like, I turned in Irish, I'm like, that was impressive. Because it was just total guts and muscle. And he fought that finish off. I was like, damn.
I was on the stream during that semi, and I lost it. And everyone else in the house didn't really understand why I was so excited.
I think Ernie said they had it on the bus for the lacrosse team. They were playing Syracuse, and they were watching it. That's cool.
But your guys' reaction was great, because it was just like, I know you guys had been out there for so many times trying to get All-Americans and national finalists, and just seeing you guys just so excited was cool.
A double leg is such a satisfying way.
Yeah. I mean, and the fact that I think he kind of doubted himself too. You know, like he went there 4 times and never won a match until that tournament, and then he ends up winning 3 and making it to the finals.
What was he actually seated there? Because whatever
he was 4th, I think.
4th or 5th or something.
I think he was 5th.
Because we remember we were looking at the bracket going out, and we were just like, that bracket could not be any better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he wrestled tough at Springfield.
At Springfield, yeah.
I remember him getting hazed by the Elizabethtown assistant who had been an All-American, saying, like, this guy went 0-6 at Nationals.
Yeah.
Like, and we were like, what kind of insult is that?
You didn't go
It's
there.
a lot of matches.
That was an interesting match.
Yeah.
What about your guys?
Well, I don't know. Nationals is an interesting animal, but the Marcelo thing was obviously a highlight. You know, again, the year we took 5, we had 2 All-Americans that year. That was cool.
I like B-Wax last year too.
Yeah, I was gonna say
that was like him doing it at Hershey,
right. Yep.
and he beat the guy for 3rd place that he lost to a couple times. He beat him, and he just kind of couldn't beat him at certain times. I think he lost him earlier in the tournament, right?
Right, he lost
Yeah,
him early in the
and he beat him, and he was like,
quarter.
he had never showed like
Quarter
any emotion all year, and I just remember him hugging his mom in the breezeway, just like super excited.
It's a
just
cool
to,
thing for him
yeah.
too, because his high school career was there. It was at Hershey, and then he gets to finish his college career there.
Right.
You know, that was cool. It was a cool.
Yeah.
You know, for me personally, as a coach, it's literally just walking down that green carpet behind Marcelo. That was freaking cool to go to the finals
climbing the
match.
steps.
I mean, it
That
was
was
just,
cool.
it was a rush.
Yeah, I mean, I can't leave out like Hank. I mean, like that's the story of
Perseverance isn't even really the
perseverance. I
right
mean, like, he
word,
qualifies to
because
get
it's not
there.
stupid enough.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, my daughter said like he tackled me in the NCAA regionals. When
Yeah.
I loud dropped. I double legged him, you know, and threw him to the mat. But yeah, I mean, like for him to come through that tournament and beat the 2 kids that he lost to or didn't finish below in the regional tournament,
That TCNJ guy was terrifying. I remember being in the pen because you're standing behind the guy you're going to wrestle off the mats, and me just thinking, I really hope Hank's not looking at this guy's calves right now because they're freaking me out.
I remember you asked him afterwards, hey, you did pretty good. Yeah, how many years you got left? He's like, I'm a senior.
I remember that. That last takedown Hank got, because you never knew when he was going to decide to blow it. So that last takedown he got, I just very much remember like 2-2, it's 2, when the ref called it, just this huge like wave of like relief and.
Yeah, and the crowd would. I mean, like Messiah was still there, and they were yelling Hank, and Lucas. You could hear from the
it was nuts.
So that was pretty fun.
And like as committed as everyone that we coached and all of us were, like that's a guy that you can't say anyone bought in more than him, because a lot of evidence to the contrary that he was going to All-American. That guy didn't stop believing in himself.
Yeah.
Like, when he lost in the finals at conferences, he said he went out and looked at the wall and was like, you're going to see my stupid name up there as an All-American. It's like, nobody really does that.
The Nationals, like, you taking us the first time. It was just to experience it. I mean, obviously, I had never been there, so, like, that was cool. And then obviously,
then Joe Sublet turns up with the Denny's with a beer can.
With the beers in his pocket.
I also think we got to include Ricky's pigtail match. The most electrifying pigtail match, probably.
Yeah.
Returning national champion Brock Rathbun, who's the 1 seed again.
He wasn't 1 seed, but
yeah, he was.
He wasn't.
He won his regional.
He wasn't the 1 seed.
You sure?
How many times are you wrong with that?
No, you're right. Well, he won his regional. I watched his regional.
Returning national champ.
Yeah, returning national champ, pinned everyone in the region, beats on Ricky for 2 full periods, and then just like the momentum shifts, Ricky throws him to his back, sticks him, and like I loved.
And then Jason Bryant, like.
Yeah.
The first upset of the day, Johns Hopkins, or something.
And that's another example of a guy, like, he wasn't surprised. We were like I was doing the cross bracket scouting a little bit, like, what's our road after we lose in this pigtail? And he wasn't surprised at all. It was a phenomenal ride. Unfortunately, it ended within 45 minutes because he got his shoulder dislocated. But
I mean, that was the highest and the low I think I've ever felt.
It was amazing. So those are NCAA moments.